The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Check, 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 check. Do.
11. Say hut.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. Room here to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Ty Johnson, 69 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Point after now from Catanzaro. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Delta.
58 to Mike, 58.
Hey, gun.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ty Johnson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Tevin Coleman, 74 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On play action, Allen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it with Johnson. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 49 to Mike. 49.
Two.
Mike's 49.
I got you.
Garoppolo. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked out by Jordan Poyer. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Watch the ship.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Martavis Bryant, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, this is Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike 54. back to you. I'm going back.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Johnson on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard
Watch the screen.
line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To the air, Allen. And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo flush to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaq Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Shakes off the sack. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A first down carry here for Johnson. The 20. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Martavis Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, I'm coming.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Half 85.
Switch.
Alert.
Hey, wahoo!
Gun.
Check 31.
Throwing is Allen on third. And able to find John Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Down 80.
Check. Watch 54.
Hey, hold.
3 bud.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Mike 54. You're trash. You're trash.
They go to Johnson again. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 65. Check. Crunch.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hey, zoom.
4 down. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
11. Hey, gun.
Mike, 49's the Mike. Watch the play.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, watch the safety creep.
I got you.
49.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. There he goes, right side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had...
And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. Wait.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, gun. 11.
49 to Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Escaping the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Here I come. Here I come.
Boy.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Oliver able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. From the gun on third, Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Third and 5.
Here we go. Set. Hey, Lobo. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Shut up.
Again, it's Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it. Big hit.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jones. And down to the 36-yard line here.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike 50, huh? You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Allen on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Mike, say 19.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, You won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Taron Johnson made the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They will run again with Coleman. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bills, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside